Hi, I'm David Lisot for CoinTelevision. It's January 18th, 2020. I'm at the New York International Numismatic Convention. It's the yearly international coin fair. There's dealers from all over the world here buying and selling interesting world coins, and I'm going to do a walk around to see some of the things that are of interest to you, our viewers. Well, here's a company from Italy that looks like they specialize in all kind of cool coins. Hi, I'm David Lisot.
Hi, I'm Alberto from Astebolaffi. Nice to meet you.
Why are you here at the international show?
Oh, it's like the third time we are here because we want to promote our company, to meet new customers, and we want to be at the show and buy in the auction. It's like one of the best happening in the year. So we like to be here, to promote ourselves.
And what are some of the kinds of things you trade?
We trade from ancient to modern coins, mainly Italian, Greek coins, Roman coins, but also coins of the 19th and 20th century. Here we have some example of what we trade.
Show me that one and just hold it right there.
This one, I'm really into this coin because it's a coin from Italy. Yes, we are from Italy, even if we have also an office in Spain and an office in London. And I like it because it always remembers my home city, which is in the south of Italy. And Calabria is really nice. It's a Tarentum coin, and I think it's brilliant. That's why I like this the most. With the dolphin, like the symbol of Calabria. Oh, the dolphin. This is the dolphin. Dolphin with terras. Can you see?
Very good.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Ciao,
very much.
bello.
Ciao. A presto. See you next year.
All right, now we're walking around the room. All kinds of people here. It definitely is an international thing. You see people, you have to be really careful about identity. Here's another fellow that we see at a lot of the shows. Here's Simcha. Simcha is a collector. He was at the Fun Show. Really a true great numismatist. He's looking for all kinds of cool things. Let's talk to him. Well, hi, Simcha.
Hello.
Hey, good to see you. We saw you at the show in Florida. Now you're here in New York. What are you looking for?
I collect medals and coins portraying felines, so lions, tigers, cats. So there are a number of, these are primarily European medals, so there are a number of countries and like states like Bavaria that have a lion as their symbol. So I'm looking to see if I can find anything interesting along those lines.
Have you found anything here?
Not yet.
Well, show me one of the interesting medals. That's a good one. What is that?
1937. It's the International Exposition in France. It's the Colonial of Art and Technology. So it shows a potter. Very bold design. I don't know if you call that social realism or something like that, but it's an interesting medal. Unfortunately, it's not in my collecting specialty.
So is the other side?
That has the nice inscription, and I think it's showing the building.
And what's the price range of these things? Does somebody have to be Midas to be able to buy these things?
No, a lot of these medals I've been seeing like between $25 and $50. This one is, as made pretty much, and it's priced at $39, and generally you get a discount, especially if you buy more than one medal. So there are. I mean, he's got rare stuff. It's probably the better stuff's in the case, but medals in particular tend to be less expensive than coins. They're not collected quite as readily, and so they can be. You can get them at much better prices than coins generally.
Here's a really interesting chap. This is Alan Berman. He's also known as the King of Bermania, and he's got a table full of people here Looking at his coins, he deals in all kinds of things. He's a Vatican expert, and you can see the collectors are just having a ball. Here's some guys showing each other paper money. United States paper money. And it's all about knowledge. Who's got the expertise in something to be able to buy and sell it? And the trades will be going on, buying and selling, the camaraderie of collecting. It's great. Here's a dealer who has some interesting things. Looks like world coins, some ancient coins, and all kinds of things. Several trays. Oh, I think this is a friend of ours. We've talked to him before. Good to see you again.
Good seeing you.
What kinds of things have you brought to this convention?
Well, I'm working with Mark Reed, who's over here, and have just all sorts of ancient coins, Roman, Greek, all different types of ancients.
Well, show me one of your larger, cooler ones that the public would like to know about. Maybe a ruler that somebody will recognize.
All of these silver coins here are all Vespasian.
I believe he was one of the 12.
He was one of the 12. He was also one of 4 rulers that ruled in 69 AD. They had 4 different rulers that year. Well, Vespasian was a ruler. He was late 69 AD. And in 69, they had 4 different rulers. He was the last one, and he ruled to 79 AD. The reverse on most of these were used as propaganda.
And if somebody wants to get started collecting ancient coins, how should one go about it?
One of the things I always recommend is that they buy something they like. And when I first started almost 60 years ago, what I did is I would just start buying and look up the rulers, find out what the history of the coin, the rulers, what they did, and just learned a lot about history.
And here's a place, I look at this batch of stuff that's $10 to $25. So that's a great way to start out.
Yes.
Once again, looking at one of the showcases. Here's a cool coin from Mesopotamia. Let's find out a little bit about this one. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, who's this?
I'm Shanna Schmidt, and I was recently made a governor of the ANA.
You're an important numismatic person now.
Yes.
And tell me about the different coins from the world and the ancient world in which you deal.
What I handle. So I handle coins from the ancient world, from Greek, Roman, Byzantine, and then I also am dabbling a little bit with world coins, what we would call world coins, German thalers, some British hammered, and some little eclectic pieces. Like I have something called a Schraubtaler that's from Germany, and it's a metal that you can open up, and there's a story inside of it. And that was made in the early 1800s in Augsburg. So that's my area. Yeah.
And how would you suggest to a person to learn about world coins to start collecting?
World or ancient?
Both.
Well, I always try to tell people, and you probably have heard this a lot, to buy the book. And I think it's very important to do research beforehand when you are interested in a certain area, and there's so many good books out there, and we have our friends like Charlie Davis. I don't know if you've spoken with him, but a lot of good book dealers out there where you can buy a book. It costs a lot less than making a mistake in buying the coin without knowing what you're buying. And then of course, coming to trade shows like this and talking to dealers and asking a lot of questions, because most dealers really don't expect you to buy. They hope you buy, but they don't expect you to buy. So, and sitting in on some of the auctions, they have a lot of great auctions that are going on. You can always sit in the back of the room and kind of watch what's going on, and you learn. but don't just jump in. That's my biggest advice. Don't just jump in.
Oh, here's some more stuff. Here's a fellow that's obviously has German coins, and they specialize in all kinds of pictures of the Graf Zeppelin and the blimps. And there's a coin of the Graf Zeppelin too. Cool stuff. Once again, seeing all kinds of great displays. Yeah, this is a great display of, there's some Third Reich coinage. Hitler never put himself on a coin, but Hindenburg was on a lot of them. Once again, continuing our walkabout. Oh, here's my old friend Robert Levinson. Robert, you've been publishing books. What is your new book now?
Oh, it just was officially out today, even though it arrived in Europe a couple months ago, because it was printed in Europe, the early dated coins of Europe, 1234 to 1500. This is the second edition.
Tell me, what was the genesis of creating this book?
The first edition was out in 2007. As a collector, I was very frustrated with what was available in this area. The only work was a redone work from 1915. It was full of mistakes. It was a book on dates, and even it had the dates wrong. It was impossible to use because it was on alphabetical. And Brandenburg was listed next to Brabant, which makes no sense. They're in two completely different areas and two completely different monetary systems of the world, but they just had a BRA in their name, so they were put together. And so the original book made no sense. And so as I started collecting this area more and more, I decided to do my own arranging to something that makes sense.
So what's the retail on the book?
The retail on the book is $88. It is available from many distributors. We have two distributors, one in Holland, which is Schulman, one in Germany, which is Kunker, and of course available at Coin and Currency Institute, who is the publisher.
And here's a display by one of the largest auction firms in all of Germany, as Europe as well. This is the Kunker firm. There's all kinds of really cool ancients. That is looks like a Syracuse piece from Syracuse. Oh, I wish I knew all of them. I'm pretty smart in numismatics, but I always interview the experts to tell me more. And there's the advertising person from Kunker. Hi. All right, once again, walking around the show, seeing all the different things. Oh, here's a cool one. Oh, this is one. May I videotape your Panama note?
Yeah, you're going to want to videotape that one. That's the good one.
Well, everybody knows the one Balboa note from Panama. And oh my gosh, this is a really rare one. This is a $5. You don't ever see those. Are these notes coming up for auction?
Yes, these will be available in the August A&A sale.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what is your name and your company?
Aris at Stacks Bowers.
Oh, cool. And what do you think these notes will bring?
This one we're not too sure about, maybe between 4,000 to 6,000. And then this one's going to be between 30 and 50.
Kevin, you're not so busy now. You've got another successful show going on. How do you get so many people in this room?
David, what do you mean I'm not busy? I'm not sure what day or week it is. This show is, I think, the best show in the world. People come from all over the world to come here. You know, about a third of our booth holders are from outside the United States. Probably a quarter of our attendees are from outside the United States. Yesterday, it was almost a fire hazard to move around in the aisles. There were so many people here. I was afraid the fire marshal would come and shut the show down. It was so busy. This is a wonderful event. People who have no interest at all in foreign or ancient numismatics need to come to this show at least once in their life just to see what it's like. Plus, there's the magic of being in New York City, where you can walk around, you can experience like a myriad of different kinds of dining cuisines. The Broadway shows are wonderful. This is like heaven to be here.
Well, I admit I did go see Lion King last night, so I'm having a blast. And I've talked to dealers from Italy, I've talked to dealers from Germany. It's as one of the most exciting events with all kinds of, I even showed a coin from Mesopotamia.
We had a dealer here from the Kingdom of Bahrain this year. We've had dealers here from Russia in the past. We've had significant contingents of Russian attendees.
Your numismatic lectures too, it seems to be, they're some of the most scholarly I've ever videoed.
Oh, absolutely. They are real high-end academically researched presentations. They're the kind of thing where if you are really into a particular specialty area, you can come to this show and hear presentations by real qualified experts in the field. What I tell people when I'm being cynical is some of the lectures, the enthusiasts would be almost orgasmic about hearing them. People who are not so interested, they look at it and they say, how can anybody possibly know what he's talking about?
How often does the show take place, and how do we find out more information?
Well, you look at our website, which is NYINC.info. You can do a Google search for New York International Numismatic Convention. We're held typically the week after the Fun Show in Florida, always in that middle weekend in January. Through 2022, we'll be here at the Hyatt, and we're very possibly going to be moving after that. And within the next month, probably we'll be making an announcement that I'm really excited about, because I think our new site after the Hyatt will be torn down for a projected commercial redevelopment project here in Manhattan. I think we'll take this show to the next level. We've got an unbelievably beautiful site that we're within 1% of closing a deal with.
I'd love to do more here at the show, but I'm videotaping a series of numismatic lectures, and I've got to get back. So once this is my last closeout of the Bourse floor, David Lisot here at the New York International Numismatic Convention, January 18th, 2020.